Alright everyone, Shikai Hogan here, reporting for the battle. So, today we are back to new Gundam Breaker, and today I just recorded it at the morning, well, after I wake up. But it's just too funny not to do this, alright? Like, so today I'm going to show you another build, but this time this is the build that I and my viewer built together. And oh my god, there is so many things inappropriate about this thing. Man. So this right here is the PP010 Golden Ballsy. It is a work of art from both me and my viewers, just talking about, well, at first it's not really inappropriate, but as the times goes on, everything just become downhill there. Like, it's getting even more and more inappropriate the more we get longer into the stream when we build it. So yeah, there is a lot of inappropriate joke that comes with this thing. Like, seriously, what am I doing with my viewers last night? I have no idea. Please don't take that out of context. Please. I mean, there is a lot of out of context stuff when I'm making this as well, so you know what? Just take it out of context. So it all started when Snipman, one of my viewer, and well, he's actually my friend really, asked to, you know, just pick a DOM lag, you know, just build anything really from DOM lags, so maybe you can make something. And then it went downhill really quickly after that when I found the ball body. So let's start with the build here. I'm not going to give you the context yourself directly to you, but you probably see what I'm trying to go for if you watch the stream last night. So I put up an enchanted frame because this build is surprisingly fragile. I mean, you would think that it has 205 defense and it should be holding up really well with balanced frame, but no. It gets destroyed rather easily even when it's not focused fire by the AI. So it's really fragile, so that's why I go with the enchanted frame. So it has 21,000 HP to keep it alive, and even then it's almost getting killed rather easily. Yeah, this thing has really low endurance for sure. I pick up the regular HP recovery, which doesn't do much really. I mean, every 10 seconds is just too long for 120 HP, and well, if you think about it, I have 21,000 HP. I better go off finding a box to recover my HP instead of trying to rely on this. You don't want to rely on this, it's terrible. And there is increased automatic HP recovery while awakened by 36%. This one is pretty decent. So the weapon I used, the beam saber that was used by Gian, because it has a lot of thrust in it and it glows really brightly. It thrusts really good and really fast as well, but the damage output on this thing is just terrible. I mean, the melee power, that as you can see, it only has 165 melee power. It's terrible, I'm telling you. But that's fine, it has around 500 break power alone with this thing, so that's where it goes. It's focusing on breaking a lot of enemies' parts, which is really good actually, but the damage, you don't want to rely on it. I'm going to show you why it's terrible. Even on level 5 and 6, it's terrible. And then next thing is Atomic Bazooka. This one is Shine Zero idea. at the beginning, so he was telling me, oh, you know, you should paint the atomic bazooka red, and I go even further by putting it a stripe. And you know what they put on the stripe? A certain product from Japan, and it blows up pretty brightly. I mean, it's atomic bazooka. Alright, of course it blows up, but you can't shoot much. I mean, the range power is decent. But you can only shoot it once, so not much. But this one has the biggest break power. It has 1500 break power, which is ridiculous. So that's why I have 2000 break power there. But it only shoot once, so yeah. The hat I'm using, the Susanoo. I'm going to zoom in here. Oh man. My friend knows what this is all about. I was trying to make it like a hat for the ball body, because ball is actually technically the actual hat in this entire build. But then I want to put, oh, you know what? It has a ball body, but the ball hat is just an actual cannon, which is like here. I'm going to show you. This is the actual hat for the ball, which is a 180mm cannon that is used in the anime. But I decided to use Susanoo because it looks like a hat, a samurai hat to represent. So I was debating to go with the Musha Gundam Mark II as well, but Susanoo looks better as a hat because it doesn't have an actual eye. I mean, there is a visor, but that's about it. Because the pilot of Susanoo is just a Chuny. Alright. The body, obviously the ball. It's honestly, in the series, this is the most terrible unit that you can use, because, well, you're practically a dead man if you pilot one of these. I mean, you can try to survive, but you know, you can only do so much with a ball. The arms I'm using, the Kshatriya, it's massive. It covers almost the middle of the screen. 1/3 of the screen is covered by this alone, which I'll show you later. It's ridiculous. I mean, this is just the 144. I was going for a 100 scale because it's bigger. we just want a bigger hand to look silly at that time. So yeah, it's massive. And we have Dom leg, which is Snipman's first choice when we start the build. Yeah, this is the build that started all up. It's not even inappropriate. It's just fine as it is. But the ball is where it went downhill. The backpack, I decided to buy the Gerbera Tetra backpack, which is ridiculously long. And yes, I also make an inappropriate joke about that. So it has that, and there is a fuel tank on both sides. So this thing actually can be perched in the Gundam universe, because I saw it on the Gundam Battle Operation 2, where someone used Gerbera Tetra on ground, and they actually has an animation to perch the backpack at, well, most of them, like the long part on the top here, and the fuel tank, and those are the stuff that the Gerbera Tetra perched when they landed on the ground battle, which is really cool detail on Gundam Battle Operation 2. Really like that, even though I don't have PS4 to play with it. But I do watch some people play it. I wish I would have PS4 to play that. And the turn A shield, because why not? It has a passive on it. So this is the first one that I actually have a passive build on it. Builder parts, none, because I don't think I can add more to this abomination. So that leaves us with the EX skill. We have the frame exclusive skill when you burst. We have the recovery jammer to stop people from healing. We have electric wave to stop people from moving. So basically, it's stopping people. It's messing around with people's utility. And the hat has a beam chakram skill because it's what they did on the Gundam 00. And it also has an option for laser machine gun if you want, but who wants that if you have a beam chakram? This is my main method of dealing damage against enemies, by the way. It cools off really fast. And then I have the sensor to see all the enemy on the minimap, but that's about it really. Like, other than that, it's not really useful. Like, you're better off with something else. Unless you cannot find your enemy, you can use this, but if you can't, if you just fight in a small map like the gunpla room or the console room, you can just you get rid of the sensor, but well, there is no option because we're using the ball right now. The funnel came from the Kshatriya, which is actually pretty decent because it staggers the enemy in place really well. It's even better than the mega cannon and stuff, because the AI can just get away with a long laser for some reason. Not sure why. And you do have a lot of options with the Kshatriya armor here. I mean, obviously you have the funnel, you have the small beam saber, which appears at the end of the tip of those sub-arm, which is the big thing that covering the sides there. And you can use it as a mega particle cannon by shooting it as well, because it's a built-in feature as well. And you can use eye field as a passive to increase your defense, because it automatically deflects beam's weapon. But yeah, it only reduces the damage about beam weapon, but that's about it. And unfortunately, most of the late game enemies are using physical weapons, so I felt it's kinda useless at that point. And for the leg, we have the jet engine full boost. This one will launch you towards the enemy. And yeah, you dash very far with this, and when it hits really hard. I mean, if I want a shorter ramming speed, I can go with the Buffalo Impact, which is the backpack skill of the Gerbera Tetra. This is practically the same, but you're just a bit closer than the jet engine full boost. And lastly, we have eye field, as we mentioned earlier. There is no option about this one. So yeah, let's just jump into a fight then, because oh my god, I need to be done with this thing as soon as possible. Oh yes. So here it goes. It's so massive, isn't it? It's so big. And well, that's what she says, I guess. But still, what better enemies to fight than this Goldie boy right here, from the other faction that is supported by the Student Council. I forgot what the faction is, but it's full of gold as well. That thing is full of gold as well. Yeah, Sakaki here. But my gold is better. And yes, it's just the team from Gundam Seed, of course, to make the joke even worse. Because why the hell not? Alright, let's get this done. And the movement is ridiculously nimble with this thing. Alright, there we go. Solomonio! Oh, I fell. Oh my god, that I already lost 15,000 worth of HP just like that. I want to use the quotes here. Solomonio! Watashi wa kaete kita! It's missed. Well, it hit, but let's even hit the track target. God damn it. Yeah, but and see, this is really terrible. The stun power is really good though. But yeah, it's really fragile, as you can see. It almost died because it relies on melee most of the time, just like. But it breaks things really good. But it has atomic bazooka, obviously. I almost died there again. Well, at least he's dead first, so that's really something. This thing wants to survive. This thing wants to fight against a proper enemy, but this one not so bad. Holy shit! I keep on a constant low health right now. Like, this is the peak performance of this thing. And I did lose. Oh wow. Yeah, I will need some healing right now. Let's activate that. And it has counter attack. Ah, come on, get back here. Yeah, everyone is just dead with this thing. But seriously though, it's ridiculous. But I'm almost certain, yeah. This thing is just terrible though. And now I need to pick up some big parts, so we need to find something to mess around with, to thrust around. Like seriously, what is this? That thing's... I'm just beating this guy, this poor guy, as much as I could. So far so good, right? But yeah, seriously though, this thing is really fragile at lower level. I mean, it gets a bit better later on the game, but seriously, why am I even doing this? This thing is suffering. This thing is suffering to play, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I mean, the first time I played it online with the guys, right, with the boys, I actually rely on them much more to keep me alive than I'm actually playing. Alright, I filled this up, so it gives me the passive buff to keep me alive from beam attack. But as you can see, Sakaki doesn't use beam weapon. The guy is using bazooka, so I feel it's useless. I feel it's practically useless against Sakaki or any other competent player, really, that doesn't use beam weapon. I mean, most people will use beam weapon if it's online play, but I'm not one of them usually. I do have beam weaponry, but that's on a whole other gunpla. Alright, vigorously thrusting. Oh man, come on. I'm stopping this guy from doing his stuff right now. Probably covering the part. Yeah, see, it gets better, but not by much. Lapse beam rifle. Ooh, that's new to get. So yeah, this thing is really fragile. This thing is really bad at dealing damage. So what does it do? Well, being a joke, really. Like seriously, this is just good for being a joke. That's about it. Because it's just terrible. Like look, it took so much time just to kill the neutral force. Oh no. But it breaks a lot of stuff really nicely there. And well, I wasted the funnel. And see what I mean? I already lost a lot just from that. Just from that fight, I already lost a lot. Where's the box? Oh, it's already up there, right. Right. I'm just going to be done with this as soon as possible. Because this thing is just terrible. I'm going to try to heal while we're here. So the healing power is pretty good, but that's about it really. That's because the enchanted frame. You can make a proper one than this, obviously. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, but you can see this is just using a regular bazooka, so that means I'm pretty much dead really. Wait, I lost my part? I lost my sword! Okay, that's not good. Now let's destroy the Archangel. Yes, that's right. We're going to destroy Archangel. Where is it? I'm not going to survive against Archangel alone, though, obviously. So, funnel? Yeah, it doesn't do much, isn't it? Oh no, oh no. Even try to hit me with that. Yeah, I'm going to die. I lost my parts one by one, piece by piece. I lost my ball. And yes, as you can see on the radar, that's about it, that it does. Okay, wrong target, buddy. Like, this thing is terrible. I mean, I tried my best, but that's about it that I could do. I mean, when it almost died, it actually deals pretty good amount of damage. So I'm going to activate my burst again, just to make things a bit nicer to use. Alright, now time to kill the Goldie Boy, because I have a better gold than him. I spend more money than him. Yeah, I almost died again, aren't I? I died, finally. But my suffering doesn't end because this game has respawned. Where's Sakaki though? He's not even there. Oh, he's inside the cavern. Alright then. Yeah, that's the only good thing that you can get with the sensor really. Other than that, it's not that useful. Like, it helps with bigger map like this. Jungle, which is terrible for PvP by the way. Because we did try to play there and oh my god, it's terrible. Alright, let's hunt down Sakaki. And we're going to end this with the atomic bazooka. Top 1. Where is he? There he is. Solomon yo! Watashi wa kaete kita! Yeah, that's a good amount of damage. Let's trap him twice. Again, and beam chakram. Oh, it's missed. Let's use funnel then to stagger him as much as possible. He's going to die. Yeah, it dismantles that thing really well. It just dismantles it. It just dismantles everything. It strips your enemy of their power really good, that's for sure. Oh man, I'll make another one. I don't know if I should make another one of things like this, but I don't think I'll ever top this abomination. So there you have it, the Golden Ballsy. The most inappropriate gunpla that I ever made. It's really inappropriate, seriously. I wonder if I get a strike on my stream last night. I haven't checked. You know what? I don't even want to check. What is this? Lotus beam rifle. Oh, it's actually from Freedom. Alright then. There is 2 different Freedom scale on this thing. Alright then. That's something. So yeah. There I get. It's. Oh, I still cannot stop laughing about this thing. Seriously, it's just. This thing is just something else. It's terrible in both ways. That everything ways except for joke. Even in jokes, it's pretty terrible in 2020 standards, really. Oh well. I mean, I probably will play this from time to time, but I'm not sure. It's just terrible to use. But the big bazooka is fun though. Alright everyone, Shikai Hokan here, reporting for the end of the world. I mean, the video. Hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you like it, feel free to activate that like button. If you want to see more of my content, you can put a mark on my head with that subscribe button. And lastly, any kind of support and feedback would be really appreciated. So, thanks for watching, and remember, I'm keeping my eyes on you. Keep on living, buddy.